Alright, what's up guys? This is going to be part 2 of our Medieval 2 Total War English campaign. In the previous episode, I just wanted to show people that are new coming into this game with the mobile version coming out soon. I just wanted to show everybody the features of the game and what to expect. So, you know, I had a lot of fun making that video, I was going to wait just to kind of see how that video did to determine if I would make another one, but honestly, I had a lot of fun making that video, so I went ahead and decided to just do it for me. You know, I really enjoy this game. I think it's one of the best Total Wars out there, so I just decided to go ahead and come back. Let's go ahead and do a part 2 on it, and just have some fun. So just gonna go ahead and hit continue campaign here, and we'll just pick up from where we left off in part 1. If you guys have not already seen it, please do check it out just so you can see kind of how we got to where we're at here. And like always guys, you know, like, comment, and subscribe, do all that stuff. Let me know what you think about this video series. Let me know what you think of this game, and I'd really like to know, actually, I'm not big into mobile games, but let me know your guys' thoughts on that. You know, Creative Assembly getting into the mobile game genre there. So, alright, so let's take a look here. Let's see what we've got going on now. In the previous episode, you know, we secured all of the northwest region here and parts of northern France. We started out with this city, but we took this one pretty early on. And let's see, so we've got construction going strong pretty much everywhere. Money is looking good. I would like to have more in reserves.
Where to, sire?
And now that we own Inverness, I can just go ahead and send my spy down here because he's not really doing anything useful now.
I shall continue tomorrow.
Bunch of rebel armies.
Was that your best shot?
Are on my land. I am probably gonna mop this up. It wouldn't take much to do that, honestly. So honestly, these archers alone can probably handle it. So, you know, they're fairly inexpensive to run. You know, 650 recruitment cost and upkeep 150, and those 5 units there will probably be enough to wipe out all 4 of those rebel armies. So, and you'll see how I do that. Normally, you want a nice, you know, balanced army composition. You know, with cavalry, infantry, and archers, but you'll see that the British archer units are actually so freaking good. Or English archers. Someone from England or Britain will probably correct me on that. Alright, so I still have it. Yeah, I do.
Your orders, sire.
Let's see, yeah, he's in his 50s now, so I'm waiting for him to kick the bucket anytime.
Without question, sire.
Usually when they get up
Tomorrow's
to
journey
around
planned
60,
out, sire.
you know, they're going to be on their way out. So go ahead and turn. So let's see, new mission. They always want me to recruit priests. I've never had so many missions to recruit priests before. I don't know how to, like, prevent that from happening, because I think I have. Yeah, I've still got my cardinal, and his piety is actually pretty high, so I don't know what the issue is there. Alright, so we've got a spy here and an assassin.
You want dead?
We're at war with France, so I might do this.
Targets.
Try to anyway. He missed his target.
Is a particularly good day to die.
So I just tried to assassinate their diplomat. Not that I necessarily need to do that, because his diplomat can't exactly hurt me, but I would like to level up my assassin just to make it easier to take out other characters. I'm going to go ahead and get another spy going. And I try to keep spies in my towns that are high risk of being attacked by the enemy. Just so if they have a spy in my town, they can't just walk through my front gate. And
Orders.
we've already got
Sire.
5 total units here with 2 on the way, so I'm just going to go ahead and
As you wish, sire.
get started with taking these guys out. So, like always, I do save before battles just in case the game crashes or anything.
Give them
There's
no quarter
a
this
few
day,
bugs
men.
still
Take up
present.
arms and
Alright, so we got a wooded area here. It's not exactly ideal for archers, and the enemy also has a hill, so... Defense mode, guard mode off, and we'll keep them on fire at will. Let's go ahead and start the battle. So I'm going to go ahead and move up just to get in range quickly. I don't want to spend too much time in this battle. There's not really any reason to. So we're actually already in range here, so I'm just gonna kind of form up here and start shooting. His archers are already hitting mine. He's got regular longbowmen. I'm gonna go ahead and focus down his armored swordsmen because he's obviously gonna charge those as soon as he can get an opportunity to. And once they're thinned out enough, then I'll focus down that longbow unit. And you're going to start seeing where those armor-piercing missiles come into play. Because, yeah, we just shredded like half that unit in one volley. And if these were peasant archers, they would not have even done a fraction of that. Because their arrows would just be bouncing off of that heavy armor. And I'm losing a lot of arrows to the trees, too. They do get in the way of archer fire. They're actually holding out a lot longer than I thought they would. But just the volume of arrows is actually like pushing them back and stopping them from advancing at full speed. Like, look at that. They were able to run for like a few feet and then we just stopped them in their tracks. Alright, they broke. I'm gonna go ahead and focus the longbowmen now. If they end up coming back, you know, we'll shoot them some more. But the longbowmen are the main threat now. And he's using a wide
only
formation.
half the enemy force remains.
When you put your units in wide formation, or loose formation, I should say, they spread out like that to make it harder to hit them, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. I don't think it's really going to save them when I've got 5 whole units of archers firing at them. But hopefully they break soon. I figured they would have broke by now. I'm going to go ahead and use flaming arrows. Maybe we can get their morale to break. I don't know, because he's got a captain in that unit. This guy right here that's like full body armored up right there. So with the captain himself being in the unit, I don't know if they'll be able to break from this, but we'll try. Flaming arrows, I think it does less damage, but it does lower the enemy's morale to get them to rout. Because yeah, you see I only killed like 2 of them with that whole volley.
Behold how
Okay, there
our
we go.
cowardly foe
Let's end
This
it.
is a clear victory that goes to
67
only men of
lost
great
and
virtue and valor.
200 kills, just about, so... Not bad.
Ah!
That's just a lazy way to do it,
The
honestly.
day is ours, sire. Orders. I am here only to fight thee, not to banter.
Got 2 longbowmen, and oh, that is the biggest general unit I have ever seen,
Was that
actually.
your best shot?
I've never seen a general unit with 80 bodyguard before.
I've a claymore for you here, Jimmy.
So I'll tell you what,
Sire.
just because of how
Yes.
big that general's bodyguard is, I am actually going to
Sire.
wait for just a few more archers just to be safe. So I'm going to give them probably 8 total, and we'll clean all this up.
Begone. You are not my liege.
Those are some pretty gnarly
Come and get me.
rebel
you
armies,
coward.
honestly. Normally they have like very peasant-like armies. They don't really field professional units like that usually. Sometimes they do, but I've never seen it that early game. I mean, we're not even at turn 50 yet, and they've got, you know, armored swordsmen already. That's kind of crazy. Because I just got those myself, and I was focusing so heavily on growth. Really market, just get more. And retrain all of them, get them armored up a bit. So go ahead, another blacksmith, get them armored up even more. Oh, need to get that. Recruitment wise, I do want to send, or I want to put together a main army to send down here to start dealing with France soon, because they will become a problem if I do not address them soon. So, like, these armies in here obviously aren't that great. They're enough to hold out for now, because I know he doesn't have, you know, or professional armies just yet, because we are so early game, but if I don't address them soon, it will become a problem. Because my spearmen aren't going to be able to stop, you know, their version of, like, armored swordsmen.
Sire. Yes, sire.
And they also have,
Tomorrow's
like,
journey planned out,
sword
sire.
staff, I think. Or some kind of sword staff unit that's pretty good. Alright, so we finally got this city leveled up, so we're going to have a stone wall there, and that's going to give us access to more recruitment and more free units to help defend it. And I've been having a hard time getting this city leveled up, but we are very close. So that'll be great. Let's take a look at London. Oh, London is almost at 12,000. They might hit that next turn. So, whatever I do build here, I don't want it to take up very much time. Maybe just knock out that leather tanner in 2 turns so I can go ahead and get the wall built quick. Alright, now Nottingham is also going to be my main recruitment point, so I'm going to try to focus on military buildings here for now. Alright, let's go ahead and take these archers out and
Orders,
start
my lord.
mopping up these rebels.
To war then, sire.
Yeah, this army really doesn't stand a chance. I don't think any of them really do. I think I even would have been fine with just the few archer units that I did have.
Yes, sire. We bring
But
the battle
I
to
just
the
didn't
enemy.
want to risk a loss just for the sake of time.
Units, await my orders.
Oh my god, this is the worst map on earth? I hate these hilly maps like this. Oh my goodness. It's just a nightmare for your camera. Like, it had me facing, like, up the hill. Oh my goodness. And it's just going to be a pain to, like, move into position on the enemy there. So, I think I don't know what I'm going to do here. This is the worst. Like, if I was a general, man, I would not even come this way. I would be going around this thing. Why would you do this to your soldiers? Make them mountain climb like this to get to where you're going. It's crazy. I guess this is the only spot we can even put our army. I don't want to, like, stretch the army out too much, like, spread them out. Now, because his general unit has, you know, it's a very large cavalry unit, the way we deal with cavalry in an all-archer army like this, and the reason why the English longbowmen are actually a viable option in a battle like this without having supportive units is because they have the sharpened stake ability, which basically allows them to put these wooden stakes out like that. So if a cavalry unit tries to do a direct charge on these archers, it will completely obliterate that unit. So I have a feeling, let's see what happens, but I have a feeling that because he knows I only have archer units without any infantry or cavalry supporting me, even though I'm the attacker, he may think he can just do a charge on me, because yeah, it looks like he is actually going to try to come up this hill after me, which would be kind of crazy. And I do have a crazy hill advantage. I can't believe I'm actually able to hit them from this far away. We'll see how accurate the fire is. I don't even know how much damage that'll do, because they're having to shoot at kind of a weird angle. I can barely see what is going on here. Normally I don't have to, like, touch this setting on normal maps, but this is definitely not a normal map. Now it says my units have been firing, but I haven't seen any arrows, so I don't know if they're, like, impacting the ledge here or if they're even firing at all. Not sure what they're doing. You hit the halt button. See what they do. I wonder if this hill is bugged. I don't know. Because it says they're firing or reloading. Huh. You take them off fire at will. Put them back on fire at will. Let's see what they do. Still nothing. Very odd. Very, very odd. I'm not going to wait too much longer here before I start to manually aim them. Oh, that's why it was an 80-man unit for his general's bodyguard. It was just a regular mailed knight. Okay, now they're firing. Well, no, I don't see any. I hear the sound, but I don't see any arrows firing. Yeah, I don't see anything actually going. Honestly, guys, you know, I've been playing this game since 2006, and I very rarely see this map layout. I think this is probably the 4th time I've actually ever seen it, and it is by far my least favorite. Yeah, they're doing the motion as if they're firing, but I don't see any arrows actually coming out, so this could be an issue. Oh no, we killed one. Oh, now they're firing. Somebody is. Finally. Alright, so it looks like he's gonna be pretty aggressive with that cab, but he's definitely gonna regret it if he goes into those stakes. Oh yeah, and he's getting hit point blank by my armor-piercing arrows. Alright, so let's watch this charge, because I think he's going to fall for it. Ooh, his general went right into it. That was his general right there. Yep. A couple of them went through the gap in between, but for the most part... I mean, his general alone literally just went right into that stake. Oh my goodness. And now just to finish off the rest of the army. I don't think this is going to last much longer, honestly. That general dead, everything he has left is wavering. Yeah, they just broke.
The enemy are badly bloodied. They have lost half their men.
Yeah, I think the only casualties I've actually taken, like these 3 guys here that I've lost, is all friendly fire when his cavalry unit...
How our cowardly foe
I'm going to continue it, just I don't want this army coming back. So, I think once you kill like 80% of the army total, they no longer come back, so I'll just speed this part up. But yeah, I think the only 3 casualties we took during this whole battle was just friendly fire. That's it. Go ahead and exit.
This is a clear victory that goes to only men of great virtue and valor.
Oh, it says he actually did kill one of my guys, but I lost 3 total, so 2 were friendly fire. Oh well.
Ah! The day is ours, sire. Sire.
Don't have much
I'm only here to fight the
movement left, so I'm clean this up. I think this rebel army here is actually...
claymore for you here, Jimmy.
I think that's actually like leftovers of Scotland, because if a faction has like armies out in the field and you end up taking their last city, they basically turn into a rogue army. So I think that's what this particular one is. I think that's like leftovers of the army that was up here north of York.
Where to, sire?
I spy
Leaving the
to
ship.
Europe.
A fine day
And,
to sail.
you know, in part 1, that's why I showed
Sire,
you guys
I
why
shall
I keep
continue
one ship
tomorrow,
here, just
sire.
to basically move stuff back and forth. Alright. Okay, I moved. Just trying to stay as proactive as I can here. I don't want to be forgetting anything. Great, another general. Let's see. City ready to upgrade. London's ready to go. I'm gonna go ahead and finish the leather tanner first because it's already halfway done, and then we'll get that stone wall going. We are now the richest faction in the game, and overall we are the strongest faction in the game, so that's good. That's why I try to focus growth first, early on, instead of like military and money at first. Once you get the growth, you know, you have access to more of those, you know, money buildings and military buildings. But I like to just get it as quickly as possible, and you know, you'll see, you know, look at what we're making a turn right now, and that's even with fielding an army of all these archers here. So, and we've still got stuff in the construction queues that are going to continue to make us a lot more money. So, here in Inverness, you know, this was the last town that we took during part 1, and here what I'm going to end up doing, you know, there's a couple of these buildings that just take 1 turn to build. I'm just going to go ahead and throw all of these in the queue real quick. Then we'll get the growth building going, and then a port. I'm just going to start filling the queue with stuff. That way I'm not having to kind of micromanage each individual building like I have been doing. I'm just going to start filling the queue now that we've got like a surplus of money. I don't have to worry about, you know, if we can afford a certain building or not. So. Oh, I forgot
The day is ours, sire.
Forgot to do that last turn. You get preoccupied when you're
Sire.
talking to yourself
then,
on a
sire.
video.
The day is ours, sire.
Alright, let's see what he's got.
Marching to
So,
war.
yeah, I'm pretty sure this is just remnants of Scotland, so this army's gonna go down real easy.
Yes, my lord. Preparing the men to attack.
And obviously I can always auto-resolve these battles, but I try not to because on the harder difficulties, the game will literally just
Men, on my orders.
tear your armies apart. And it looks like we got the same map. I hate this map so much. We don't need to worry about sharpened stakes because all he's got is town militia. And it looks like the map kind of pushed me further up the hill, whereas last time I was somewhere like down here in the middle. You know what? I'm gonna see if I can't get him to get onto a more flatter terrain. So let's see where he went. So he's over there. I'll run over to him. He might try to take the hill. I don't even care if he does or not. Because I've obviously got range no matter what. And he's going to have to walk through my arrows to get to me. If he had archers, I obviously would not want him getting up that hill, but it doesn't really matter too much in this case. Alright, so we're actually pretty close to him now. I'm going to start getting in position because we're going to be able to open fire. As he breaks this line of sight area here, they're just gonna, it's gonna be like Normandy Beach, man. We're gonna be mowing these guys down. Yeah, look at the general right in front. I don't think he's gonna last very long here. And honestly, my archers are so like superior even in melee combat. It wouldn't matter even if they did make contact. So I'm just gonna sit here. Yeah, they broke already.
Only half the enemy force remains.
Yeah, I seriously think most of our casualties are just friendly fire again. That's how they're going to end up defeating me one day, is just getting me to shoot myself.
Good tidings. The enemy general, the
All right,
enemy
there's
army
the general.
flees the field. Pursue and run them down.
And we'll continue just for a little bit. I want to, make sure this army doesn't come back. Let's focus that one. It's got more soldiers in it. That one's almost completely annihilated. Once this one gets down below 20, I think I'll be happy. Okay, that's probably good enough, honestly.
All of Christendom will be awed by the victory we have won here today.
So yeah, he killed 2, but I lost 6 total, so that's 4 friendly fire and 524 losses on his side. And looks like we killed 519, but captured 5 of them as they were routing. So we took 5 prisoners.
Ah! The day is ours, sire.
Alright, moving right along here with this
war then,
rebel
sire.
army cleanup.
March to orders.
I'm actually going to move this general here real quick, because this is kind of a dark area.
Yes, sir.
And I'm going to
Erecting
build
watchtower.
I'm going to build a
Yes, sir.
watchtower there.
Continuing tomorrow, sire.
And I did get a general somewhere. Okay, we got 2 generals here. Sometimes they, you know, become of age. Like this guy, he just turned 16, so we have him as an available general. And then one of these guys we got just out of marriage. So I've got 2 new generals now. Let's see here. So Nottingham is a military building, or a military city. So we'll get the leather tanner. And we need to find a place to put these 2 new generals. So I'm thinking,
My lord.
I'm gonna send him to Edinburgh.
We shall continue
actually.
tomorrow, sire. Hail, my king.
This older general sent to York. And this guy,
Hail, my
I'm
king.
actually gonna send to Dublin. What I want to do here, because as you can see, this is all grayed out. I only have line of sight from Dublin itself. I'm just going to start putting, just on these corners here, I'm going to start building some watchtowers. Because in the previous video, Portugal did declare war on us at one point. And I think they probably will again at some point. I don't trust them. So what I'm going to do is build watchtowers out here, because what Portugal likes to do, because they're so far away, you know, they're all the way over here, they like to get on ships like this.
I think you have the wrong fleet.
And they either, sometimes they'll drop an army off over here in like Wales, or sometimes they'll drop them off here in Ireland. So I just want to be able to look out for that, because I typically don't overly defend up here as far as how many soldiers I keep in my armies, so I just want to be able to watch out for them, so if I need to recruit in a hurry, I can do it. Alright, so Edinburgh is very unhappy, and they're also about to get to the next settlement level, which is not good. I mean, it is good that it's going to grow, but it's not good that they're going to grow while they're unhappy, because, you know, the more population that you get in a city, it becomes harder to control the population happiness, so we need to get some of these happiness buildings built in there before they go up to the next level, or they're just gonna be revolting on me. And I need to be able to get their tax rate up as well, so we can start earning more money there. Alright, so I think we're pretty much set there.
Your Majesty.
Okay, this blue line is telling me that Russia actually has a city
Without question,
in this
sire.
region nearby.
Tomorrow's journey planned out, sire.
Don't know
Tomorrow's
off the top
journey
of my head where
planned
that
out,
city
sire.
is, so I'm gonna have to kind of search around up there. Now, I am seeing
battle, no?
2 very, very large French armies in the field, and a 3rd one in the city, and I can also see he's got 2 catapults built. The only reason I'm able to see that is because I have a spy nearby, so I'm actually going to put him
Of course,
kind of in a centralized location so I can see a little bit more over here. So France is actually getting very, very scary. I won't recruit anything just yet. No, we are at war, but you know, he doesn't have any like you know, crazy good units. You know, just town militia and spear militia, which are on par with what I've got in Con. But I've also got 3 units of longbowmen, which honestly, those 3 units could probably destroy that whole army on its own. So I'm not too concerned just yet, but I do want to get swordsmen in there as soon as I can.
You have a target in mind.
Oh, I just lost my assassin. No.
Closing for the kill, sir.
So I had a 73% chance of killing that French diplomat, and I just lost my assassin trying, so we'll go ahead and build another one. And I don't like that Inquisitor is there either, because he can actually kill my characters as well. I'll go ahead and get an assassin up there as well to take care of him. The Inquisitors, you know, this is like these are like the Spanish Inquisition. You know, if you're not religious enough, they can sometimes kill your generals, They can kill your priests, they can kill your agents in general. It's a pain in the ass to have them around, so I usually just assassinate them. And I was right, Portugal just declared war on us again. And it was with the fleet I was literally looking at.
You want us gone? Then do something about it.
Now, what I'm looking at when I click on these, I'm looking to see if they've actually got units on these fleets, because that'll tell me if they're planning on dropping an army off. And these fleets do not have an army, so it doesn't look like they're going to attempt a land invasion. But obviously,
yes,
we don't exactly want them blocking our
yes.
ports either, because that's cutting down our trade. So, City Watch gives us Archer Militia. Don't necessarily need Archer Militia because I've got the 2 longbowmen there. So what we'll do... A bit unhappy. Let's go ahead and get a happiness building in there, and we'll focus on growth a little bit more here as well. The bigger we can get these towns, the better, because what my goal is... You know, this City Watch gives us Town Militia, Spear Militia, and Archer Militia, but the next level above that gives us Heavy Bill Militia. And that is what we're going to be pretty much garrisoning all of our towns
Hail my king,
in the late game. You know, that's what we really want in all of our cities.
Hail my king, with orders.
See how we're looking. See if we can't take that Inquisitor out. That's a very low success chance, but we'll try it. And we just lost another one.
Today is a particularly good day.
That's alright, because I'm stubborn. Let's go for it again. We'll keep going until we get them. And we built another one over here as well, so...
I shall continue tomorrow, sir. Continuing once I have rested.
I'm going to start building these armored swordsmen because I can only hold 4 of them in my my unit pool, and realistically I'm going to have maybe 6 or even 7 in my main army once I send one down south to deal with France, so we'll go ahead and get them made just so we can get the unit pool back up where it needs to be.
Hail my king!
I forgot about this battle as well. Alright, easy peasy. Hopefully we don't get that crazy map again here.
This day, men. Take up arms and...
I don't mind hilly terrain, but that mountain range was just crazy to fight on. Yeah, see, this is hilly. That's like mountainous. I don't want that. I want exactly what we've got here. This is okay. Still not really ideal because my range is my advantage, and it's going to be hard to do that when he's on the upper hill. But what I'm thinking here is actually set back a little bit to just have this open kill field kind of. Alright, so yeah, I think I'm just going to leave this as a kill field here, and I'm going to go ahead and put my stakes up, and hopefully, like I said in the last battle, because I've got nothing but archers, I think he's going to try to just flat out attack me. I think the AI believes that just because I'm using archers, you know, they think that they can just completely overpower me. Then they find out very quickly how wrong they are. Now, he does have longbowmen himself as well, and they are gonna hurt a bit. Okay. But yeah, they're pretty much the only thing that's really gonna do damage to me, but Hopefully we can... Yeah, he's already in range. Wow. I can't believe that unit is firing from way back there. Alright, so here comes Mailed Knights. That's when these stakes will come in handy. But he also has those armored swordsmen. I'm actually going to focus more on the armored swordsmen, because my stakes alone are going to make quick work out of that Mailed Knight unit. But the armored swordsmen, you know, my stakes won't hurt them, and they are very powerful units. So I just hit him with a pretty good volley. I'm going to swap to the other one, so we can put fire on that one next. And we'll just try to thin them out as much as possible before they actually make contact. So half that unit's gone. Alright, so half that unit's gone. Let's go ahead and finish it all off. 12 spearmen are going to make contact, but I don't think they're going to actually hold very well. Alright, so now I'm going to start breaking this up and start focusing my archer fire on multiple different targets. So I've got some stuff focusing on the general there. Go ahead and focus
Our
them
men are winning
on
the battle.
Spearmen
If
here.
we continue
Get them
like
off
this,
of
we will smash the enemy.
Get them off of my archer unit there. I'm surprised that general unit is still standing anymore. Alright, they broke. Let's go ahead and get this general
The enemy general
dead,
flees like the coward he is.
I don't know
Press
how
onward.
he's held
Break
so
the
long.
spirit of his army.
I guess it doesn't matter anymore, he's running. So we'll thin that spearman unit out, and then we'll start moving up to finish that Welsh longbow unit in the back there. Alright, now's probably a good time, so let's go ahead and move. I know this unit's still there, but it's only got 24, and it's not really hurting us that bad, but this one is. Oh, they came back? Really? Alright, well, we'll keep some stuff focusing on that. We'll move a few units here. I think it's safe to move up now.
Yeoman! Crush them! Yeoman! Crush them! Yeoman!
You know, contrary to popular belief, like, you know, some people think, you know, in medieval times, you know, it was a... a lot of people believe, you know, being an archer in medieval times would have been, like, the best job to have because, you know, you just kind of sit in the back line of the army and fire arrows at the enemy and stuff, but, you know, realistically, especially, like, English longbowmen, they were not expected to just sit in the back line the whole time. Like, you know, there was a reason.
How our cowardly foe runs. It's time to press the attack.
There was a reason, you know, they gave them, you know, their own melee weapons and shields, and it wasn't even just as a backup. It's because they were really expected to basically exhaust all of their arrows, and then they weren't really expected to participate, you know, in the actual battle itself, you know, fighting, you know, in melee combat. Maybe not heavy melee combat, like obviously you wouldn't have your archers just as like a frontline unit, but they definitely did participate in main battles.
The enemy are utterly vanquished. This is a great victory worthy of only the mightiest of generals.
Got a heroic victory for that, so that's good.
The day is ours, sire.
And anytime you get a heroic victory like that, as you saw there, there's like two crossed swords there in the field, just to mark
As you wish.
the spot
make
of
camp here,
what they call a famous battle. So
Sire.
too bad we didn't get like a man of the hour where we got a
Sire.
general out of that.
Orders, my lord. Orders.
Alright, relations worsened with Holy Roman Empire, Portugal, and Poland. Faction announcements. Yes, we got another general. Another family member born. Successful jihad in Baghdad.
My lord.
And I'm sending these archers to
March
Nottingham. I'm just going to
exhaustion,
retrain
sire.
them
Continuing later.
and basically get them prepped to go to France and start taking the French down. Still can't do a high tax rate here just yet. Do another happiness building. Hopefully we get that tax rate jacked up soon. Blacksmith.
Sire.
Need someone removed, sir.
Take that and quit.
You have a target in mind, my king. Rest
I know.
assured, sire. He won't hear a thing. Who do you want dead? Need someone removed, sir? Name thy target, sire.
Trying to pick targets that
You have a
have
target in mind, my king.
a decent
Years,
percentage of actually getting done. But,
minutes to destroy.
you know, this is actually the worst luck I've had with my assassins. I've never lost assassins that many times before, so I don't know. Maybe I'll hold off on assassin attempts right now. I don't want to
Your
keep
orders,
wasting money
sire.
on training them. They're
Yes,
just
sire.
getting wiped out.
Without question, sire.
Send that feudal knight to
Orders.
Nottingham.
Yes,
we don't
sire.
need him in Edinburgh
We can go
anymore.
no further today, sire.
And here's our other general.
Hail, my king.
Got this guy heading to Dublin.
Yes, my liege.
I'll build the Watchtowers
camp here,
first,
noble
and then
sire.
I'll send him into the settlement itself. So King Rufus is getting pretty old, so I'm not going to use him as a general in my main army when I send to France. This guy, he'd be an okay age, you know, 43 is bad. Or so a lot of these younger ones are probably okay. This is our prince here, so he's actually got a higher bodyguard count because he is a faction heir. And his age is 37, which is kind of prime age in my
Your
opinion
will, sire.
to
Sire.
do this fight. So that's what I'm gonna do. And then I'm just gonna do a quick little
Orders.
switcheroo here, and
Hail, my king.
I'll send King Rufus to Edinburgh because you know, he is the faction leader. He's got a little bit more experience, and as you notice, this public order went from yellow to green because he is my faction leader. Sometimes
My
that
lord.
doesn't work out. Sometimes it has a negative effect, but King Rufus is
Hail,
a
my king.
decent general, so it worked out okay. And as you can see here, I'm just
Hey, my
shifting all of my generals down south. Just doing like a domino effect just to make sure I've got generals in every settlement. And then
Orders.
this guy is going to be the leader of my next main army that I send to France. Let's see what's going on in London. It's going to be done next turn, so that'll be good. That's going to be done next turn.
sire.
But yeah, France is sending one of those big armies after us right now. And too bad for them, our castle upgrade just got done, so it's going to be a whole lot harder to take that city now. And I'm going to go ahead and build the barracks first, so I can get some armored swordsmen in there to defend, because spearmen are good for putting in front of gates to stop cavalry from coming in, but on the walls you really want some heavy swordsmen. Now here, usually I go for the ballista towers first, because ballista towers can completely change a siege battle, because they do so much damage than like the regular arrow towers. But because we're going to be attacking France soon, I'm going to go ahead and get the siege works built to get these trebuchets. Those are pretty much the best normal artillery unit in the game until we start getting into black powder weapons. So go ahead and get that started. Over here, let's go ahead and get some cavalry going, and we'll go ahead and start getting this whole army built up a little bit. And put these archers in here, because I think we'll be able to, we'll be able to retrain all of those as well. I'm actually going to do that before I get the cavalry. I want everybody retrained up. I take that back, because yeah, this blacksmith is going to be done in 2 turns, so I'll have to retrain again anyway. So let's go ahead and just get 3 cav units for now.
Hail, my king! With honor, sire.
A watchtower
yes,
there.
my liege. This tower will keep vigil over the lands. Making camp here, noble sire.
Right, and we're still looking for the Russian city. So we actually just made it in between 3 Russian cities. I don't know where these cities are.
Tomorrow's journey planned out, sire.
We'll find it eventually. Alright, so France is launching an attack on us now.
The enemy has surrounded us. We're besieged.
Got a mission to blockade the Portuguese dock, but it's only paying us 1,000. It would cost probably 4 times that to actually do that. Nottingham's ready to upgrade. We'll go ahead and put that in right behind the blacksmith there. Let's see. As far as
your will,
goes,
sir. My lord.
As you wish.
Joining forces, my lord.
As far as recruitment goes, let's go ahead and get the 3 spear units. I'm only going to have 3 spear units in my main army composition. That's really it.
Who do you want dead?
Oh, I still have an assassin? Oh, that's right.
Name thy target,
21% success rate, 40%
you have a target
success
in
rate.
mind,
Go ahead and send him up there.
on my way.
Maybe we can get a kill on that heretic. If we get more experience on him, he'll have a higher chance of killing others.
Yes, my liege. Yes, my liege. This tower will keep vigil over the lands. Making camp here, noble sire.
I don't necessarily need watchtowers up in this like big northern region here, but I do it anyway just because I can't stand just looking at, you know, fog of war here. Alright, so see what we can get here. We've got silver armor on all of our units here, but they are still under a pretty high threat of France because he's got a lot of military built up in this region now. So I'm gonna go ahead and get an armorer to get gold armor on everybody, just in case we get hit. We get 5 free upkeep units in London now, so I'll go ahead and build another spear unit. Alright, so France is actually attacking me. He's got 4 artillery units, lots and lots of cavalry, which is good for me because I've got spearmen. And then mostly just a bunch of militia units. So yeah, I don't think he actually stands a chance here. And Spain is actually coming to help me, which is surprising. I didn't expect that. So yeah, these units are good, but they are missile units and are pretty bad against cavalry. But as far as their missile attack, I mean, that's probably some of the highest missile attack in the entire game. And they're effective against armor as well, so they are decent units, but if they get charged by cav, they're going to die pretty easy. So we'll go ahead and get this started.
I shall lead our forces into battle, my lord.
You know, I'm just going to be defending my city here, and I have a feeling that Spain is just going to, you know, go friggin' ham and try to take on that French army on its own, but that's not what I'm going to do. Now, what I am going to do, because I was able to upgrade this castle in time for this assault, not only do I have this outer wall perimeter to defend from, but I've also got an inner perimeter, and this is where my town square is. So they have to take this town square or kill all of my units in order to win this battle. So I'm going to set up 2 different defensive positions. You'll see what I do here. So I'm going to take one of my spear units and put him on this section of wall just to keep these towers activated. Because as he enters my city, they're going to shoot at him as he tries to approach my town center. My archers, I'm going to do something kind of cheeky here. I am going to put 1 archer unit right here, which is outside of my secondary wall, so they are somewhat exposed. I'm going to put all 3 of them here. Now, the reason they're exposed is, 1, they can take archer fire, you know, from the enemy from here, but also the enemy can just walk right into this hole here and come up onto the wall and fight me in melee combat and kill my archers that way. Whereas if I were to put them on the inside of this secondary wall, they can't just walk right up the wall and fight me. They have to actually either knock down the wall or get through the gate. But I don't think that's going to be a problem here because he really doesn't have very good units, so I don't think he's actually going to survive long enough to engage my archers. Now, I'm just going to keep my general here just to keep these towers activated. Let's see, reinforcements. Okay, so Spain is coming in from that corner over here. I hope that they get inside my city to help defend me. I don't want them to have to fight this out in the field. That'll be bad for them. Now he has siege towers, ladders, but with this artillery, he's probably not even going to have to use any of that stuff. Now I could just go ahead and send my general out into the field and just charge his artillery, and I do typically do that, but it is a risky maneuver because he does have a lot of cavalry and he could countercharge me. Let's see, I can try to do this just as an example for you guys. So let's keep a close eye on what's going on here. I'm going to go ahead and charge his artillery.
The battle is
Alright,
very
so
much in our favor.
one
If we remain
ballista's
true
already
and
down.
steadfast, victory will be ours.
And I just did a charge that hit all 3 of his remaining artillery units, but you've got to be very careful, because as you can see, his cavalry is already moving towards me, and he's also moving his battering ram into position as well, so... Yeah, with my general unit, I wasn't able to destroy all of his artillery. I did take 1 ballista all the way out, and I damaged his other 3. So... Oh, I didn't take it all the way out. Still got a few soldiers left there. But I did force him to come to me now. You know, he's not going to be able to just sit out there in the field and keep, you know, hitting me with artillery volleys. So now my towers can start getting some kills. And we're not going to stay here long, because the gates go down pretty dang easy. But I do want to stay just long enough to get some tower kills here. And I can't wait to get ballista towers, because if I had ballista towers right now, they would be just absolutely demolishing everything in front of you here. Oh, there's Spain. So they're here joining me now. I'm not sure what they're doing. Just kind of running in circles, so... If this wall goes down while they're standing there, it's actually going to crush all of their soldiers.
The enemy are battering down the gates! Our enemy's ladders have reached our walls. It's time for butcher's work.
Alright, so they've got ladders on my walls now, and they're already battering
By
my
St.
gate
George,
down.
our men have taken control of the castle.
I think that's a bug where it says our men is taking control of the castle. I think it's referring to Spain. I'm really not sure what they're doing. You know, he sent 1 unit towards my town center.
To arms, my lord! The enemy's ram has breached the gates!
But most of his army is right here by... Okay, yeah, please get out of there. My goodness.
St. George, save us! The enemy have the walls!
Out
To
of
our
there.
defense, or all will be lost.
Yeah, this poor town militia unit, he's definitely not going to make it through this battle, and this unit probably isn't either, because it looks like
Our
his
cunning
cav is
foe has reached
gonna
our
run 'em
walls with
down.
their siege tower.
That
we
is
must repel
unfortunate.
them.
Run, 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 run. If you're not going to run, then start throwing spears, man, but you can't stay there. I don't know what that lagging effect is when walls are going down. You guys will probably see more and more of that, but, you know, I didn't even have that back when this game first came out. Oh wow, they haven't even taken casualties yet and they're already wavering. So that unit's going to get wiped right now. But yeah, when walls are being destroyed, there's something to do with like the destruction physics in this game that modern hardware for some reason just doesn't work right with it, I guess. You know, I'm running this game with a Coffee Lake i7. I can't remember what the actual model number is, but it's the 6-core one. And a 2080 Ti. And, you know, back when I first started playing this game, I was just using a single-core AMD Athlon processor with an NVIDIA 7600 GT, and I didn't have that kind of issue, so there's something to do with those physics that make the game kind of lag out.
Unit, move out!
So as you can see, you know, Spain kind of made a huge tactical error here because he was trying to take on this entire French army by himself. Unfortunately, I hope that unit can make it to my town center where I can kind of help defend them. But I've pretty much got a kill box set up here right in front of my main gate. with all these archers having, a direct line of sight on the enemy, and then of course my towers are going to be shooting them from here, so... I'm going to go ahead and put my archers on fire at will, because as soon as that mailed knight unit hits the range of my archers, we're just going to start laying into them, and hopefully I can save this unit. I'm actually getting nervous because if this unit chases them all the way through the front gate, they could actually walk right in. So hopefully my archers can stop them from entering. Come on, shoot them. Oh, what are they doing? They're just stopping there. Seem like they're kind of bugging out a little bit. Yeah, the enemy's trying to shoot flaming arrows at my levy spearmen on the wall. I'm not sure what they're expecting to get out of that. But as you can see, yeah, that lag is probably, yeah, it's from my wall being destroyed. I don't know why it does that, guys. I apologize. I mean, you can see, my FPS is, normally around in the 80s and sometimes even into the hundreds, but for whatever reason with the physics it just drops significantly. Alright, so I'm actually going to hold fire here now. I don't want to waste arrows on a small unit like that. And they're just wasting their arrows on my levy spearmen here at this point because they're just firing volley after volley. They've only killed one guy so far. My towers are just destroying them here in the streets. When it comes to, firing arrows at a unit, the bigger the unit is, the harder it is to miss. So if, there's 20 soldiers in one unit but 80 in another, I'm going to focus the one with 80 in it just so I can get more hits on target. These longbowmen are pretty much my saving grace for this whole battle. They're the only thing that can really hurt the enemy. So we thinned that unit down pretty good. Could have been more, but he ran away, so... Crossbowmen are actually hurting. Okay, well, Spain's here now. They're gonna take up the wall, so I'm gonna actually get off the wall so I can stop getting shot to death. I mean, I haven't lost too many soldiers. I've only lost like 9, but still, unnecessary losses. I would rather not lose them at all if I can help it. So they're going to keep that tower activated. I was hoping they'd take up the position I was in, this other tower going as well. But maybe my spearmen can keep that one going. And the enemy is just kind of taking their sweet time getting into a formation here. Because he's got to get his siege equipment. So as you can see, he's getting his hands back on that battering ram because he's going to have to bring the battering ram up to my gate here. So he's just kind of taking his sweet time doing that. Okay, I'm not sure what... Okay, there we go. Spain's got both towers going now. I'm just going to kind of leave them at that. Whether they keep that tower going or not... Actually... I'm afraid if I move the spear unit away, he'll move again, and I need them to stay there. So I'm going to keep my spear unit here. They're in a decent position. They're pretty safe there. So hopefully we can just keep up the damage there. So at this point, I'll go ahead and speed this up because there's not really a whole lot going on now. You know, his archers are getting hit by my towers. Not taking, you know, very quick losses. There's my yes. I almost can't wait until that thing is destroyed so it can stop ruining my
The enemy
frame
are
rate.
through the walls. Fight on! They must get no further.
Like now he's going to start moving everything up. Good thing I left my spear unit there to keep those towers shooting at the enemy, so he just can't make up his mind where he wants his units. Now I'm not putting my archers on fire at will because I don't want them wasting their ammo on those peasant archers because my towers will cut them down pretty easily. So I'm just gonna start aiming at those feudal knight or mailed knights. I might focus on those crossbow militia here in a second because those guys can hurt me pretty bad. Crossbows have armor-piercing missiles, so they can definitely hurt. Looks like he might use those crossbow militia to actually attack me up on that wall. Oh no, he's reloading, so he's going to try to shoot me from there, so we'll just go ahead and hit them now. And we're killing some of his mailed knights as collateral right now anyway. Alright, so we broke his crossbow militia, so waiting for one of those other cav units to get in range. There we go. This is his general unit right here, actually. Might be able to kill him.
We on the attack!
Alright, he's got a town militia unit actually coming from my walls. I'm gonna go ahead and put a spear unit up there just to take his place, and I'll go ahead and move my spear unit from that section of wall over towards my town center now because there's nothing in the field for him anymore. And my archers are just doing so much damage right now because he's got 3 cav units just kind of laying on top of each other, so almost every arrow is making contact with something at this point, so this is just going to be a field of dead cav. Like, my god, look at that. They're getting destroyed.
We're under attack!
Oh my goodness. By the way, guys, last episode, France was asking me to be their vassal.
Our enemy's ladders have reached. The enemy are badly
I'm
bloodied.
not too impressed
They
with
have
them
lost
right now.
half their men.
I'm actually going to stop firing now because it would just be kind of a waste of ammo at this point. So we'll wait for some of these blobs to move up. Actually, this one still has a somewhat decent amount of soldiers in it. I'll shoot like 1 volley into them, and then we'll leave it at that. But you can see his town militia are going up the ladders onto my wall there. As soon as we make contact there, I think they're going to break because they took a lot of damage before they even got there. So yeah, we're just cutting them down right now. Okay. Wasted way too much ammo on that unit. I think I just wiped it, actually. Yeah,
The
I
battle
did.
is very
I
much
just
in our
wiped that
favor.
whole unit.
If we remain true and steadfast, victory will be ours. The enemy general has no honor. He flees the field
Wow,
of
even
battle
his general's
and
routing
abandons
now.
his men.
I'm not even shooting at them right now. It's just my towers at this point. Now his ballista is shooting at something. I'm not sure what they're shooting at. Oh, they're shooting at this tower. I mean, they'll be there for a while if they're trying to take my tower down with a ballista. go ahead and triple speed this again. Shoot that town militia, tear them apart. And look how fast that unit just goes down, my goodness. I'm telling you, man, the English longbowmen, they are a game changer.
My lord! The enemy are battering down the gates!
No, they're not. Look at that. Oh my god, dude. I can't wait to see how many kills these guys have. This is insane. I'm surprised they didn't get a chevron yet. Chevrons are when they actually get, like, experience, which is based on how many enemies the unit has killed. I think those ballistas are all he's got left at this point. So I might, at this point I think I'm going to have to send my general out here to just act as a cleanup crew. Oh, take it back. He's got a spear unit coming in, so... you know what? I'll leave my general out, just so he can act a little bit more quickly, so I'm not having to wait for him to get through that gate, because he's got that battering ram stuck in front of it, so... I'll leave him out here, just as, like, a quick response. Wait, what is that spear unit doing? What are they doing? Well, anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and attack his ballistas.
Our men are winning the battle.
Ooh, I think he just hit
if
my
we continue
cav
like
unit
this,
point
we
blank.
will smash the enemy.
Ooh, gotta be careful.
We await your command.
We'll go ahead and chase those down. This battle's pretty much over at this point.
We await your command. With great speed. Onward.
So yeah, we've pushed the enemy, you know, outside our city. Now, this town militia unit, I wasn't sure what they were doing exactly. My general should be able to finish them off pretty quickly. They're already wavering, and it doesn't even look like they want to fight. Because they're just trying to run through my unit. They're not actually attacking it. So,
We await your command. Attack!
The battle is very much in our favor. If we remain true and steadfast, victory will be ours.
alright, so now I've kind of got to be careful because I got to take this catapult unit out in order to actually win. Okay, I was afraid he was going to point blank me there. He was acting like he wanted to. So, oh no! No awaiting command. Let's just end this fight. Come on.
The enemy army flees the field.
We'll go ahead and
All
end it.
of Christendom will be awed by the victory we have won here today.
Alright, so I lost 8 soldiers. Spain lost 203. Very unfortunate, but France over here lost 144. So they got their asses kicked. I'm actually going to look at the battle statistics. I am curious how many soldiers my longbowmen killed. So one unit killed 155, another killed 201, and another one 156. That is insane, man. And they still had arrows to spare. Prisoners captured. So, I don't think we've seen this before. So, when you capture prisoners, you've got the option to ransom, release, or execute them.
France has the Florins, sire. We...
So, if you wanted to, you can, you know, ransom them to get the money here. If you release them, I believe it gives you more papal standing, and it also gives you chivalry. It gives your general chivalry. And if you execute them, I think it takes away from your Pope standing. But it will also give your general dread. And I think dread has some negative effects, but I think it has a morale penalty on the enemy, because your dread is kind of like your general's reputation. So, you know, your own soldiers kind of fear your general, but so does the enemy. And I feel like it has morale penalties on your enemy. I'm not sure how those mechanics work entirely, but typically, you know, if I'm against an enemy that is going to just completely send wave after wave after wave of armies after me, I typically do just execute them to buy myself more time, because they're having to replace those units. Now, in this particular case, we didn't really capture that much, so I might just try to go the chivalrous route and release them.
You are wise enough.
Glorious victory is ours, sire.
Your orders, sire.
Oh, there's
Without
okay. We
question.
found somebody
Is
in
there
Russia.
something I can do for you?
Let's go ahead and do trade and map information and give us money. Dang it.
Unfortunately, we cannot. Something else
Trade?
you'd like to suggest? Let us
Oh,
not
they
take
did the
goodbye.
not interested thing again.
Yes,
Okay, well,
sire.
we at least see the road
Tomorrow's
now.
journey planned out, sire.
They must have just built this road, so now I can actually follow the road to find where their city is. Alright, Edinburgh is ready to upgrade. Good, we've got their happiness up now. Advanced faction. Strongest faction is us. And our money is kind of going down a little bit, which is to be expected because we are building a massive army here. And we also just built a blacksmith, so it's going to want us to retrain all these units. So they are retrained.
My lord. Sire. By your command.
Well on our
Binding
way.
forces, sire.
Still 3 turns out before we can get trebuchets.
Need someone removed, sir? As you will.
Now here, you know, we our settlement itself took some damage. The repair cost is 1,130 florins because he put a hole in our wall, he took out some towers, he destroyed some gates, so we have to actually pay to fix all of that damage. And then, of course, over here, you know, we took a
My
few
lord.
losses.
Sire. Orders. My lord.
During the siege, we took losses just from the siege itself. You know, they kind of starve you out a little bit. And then we took a few losses during the fight itself. So all I did was merge some of the units, so I only had 2 that were low. And then I'm just retraining them to get me my numbers back up. Now, if I wanted to play it safe, I would go ahead and just get a dismounted feudal knight. Because he does have...
I will only address you in battle.
Yeah, he does have a pretty big army here, but that's mostly siege stuff, so that's not actually as big of a threat as I thought it was going to be. So I'll hold off on the dismounted feudal knights because we've got some armored swordsmen coming in 3 turns.
Sire.
Good, I just want to look at my projected profits. They're down pretty low this turn. Let's see what we do next turn. We are going to get to a point where we are very self-sufficient, and we're even going to have like just a massive bank balance down there. Alright, strongest faction is now Milan. That's scary. Faction announcement. The noble life ends. Admiral Nigel. And they lost a priest as well, so that's what we heard yelling there a second ago. Relation to Mercenary Naval States, so... Cardinal... So I think our standing with the Pope went down because our Cardinal died. I think he was pretty much our saving grace when it came to you know, our standing with him, because really some of the other factions probably have larger churches, and you know, when you build like cathedrals and huge cathedrals, it actually helps your Pope standing, and I haven't really been focusing on religious buildings at all.
Honor,
so
sire. Making camp here, noble sire.
having a cardinal
Yes, my
was
liege.
really
This tower will keep vigil over the land. Your
the
will,
only
sire.
thing making him like us.
Yes, sire. Erecting a watchtower.
And this
Yes.
right here is exactly why I build these watchtowers. So I had a feeling this was going to happen.
Honorably, my worthy foe.
So Portugal did end up sending an army over here.
Admiring the enemy, eh?
So they're probably going to attack that town here soon. Like France is going to attack me soon as well. Looks like Spain actually sent
dignitaries, dear ally.
some reinforcements, but not much.
Yes, my lord.
See if we
You
can't.
have something to discuss with us?
Okay, so their wealth is meager now, so they were bankrupt before, so maybe they'll take my, well, you know what? Let's try 800 because they definitely didn't like the 1,000.
Your plan
Okay, so they
seems
accepted
balanced.
that.
That is all. Farewell, then.
Alright, start
Without
heading
question,
that
sire.
way. They'll
Tomorrow's
make
journey planned out,
it. He
sire.
is getting old. Have another general down here, so that'll be good.
Hail, my
Robert.
king.
I'm gonna go ahead and send to Khan because I know we're due for an attack there.
Come
guy
and
was
fight me, you
hiding.
coward!
Or siege. I could attack it, but I'm just gonna not even bother with it. We'll get our revenge soon enough.
Who do you want dead?
Go ahead and hit this heretic.
Name thy target, sire.
Yeah,
Close
guys,
him for
this
the
is
kill,
seriously
sir.
the worst luck I've ever had with assassins in its entire game. So, at this point, I think I'm not even going to bother with assassins for this playthrough. I've seriously never seen them not just fail, but die instantly. You know, I've never seen them die instantly that many times before. You know, failing is one thing, but I'm not going to keep spending money to train them up and then them just die like that. Oh, he baited me. He baited me. I sent all that focus
Sire,
over to
we're
Khan,
besieged, my liege.
and he turns
We
around and
must make a
attacks
stand.
my
We are
other city.
besieged.
Now you can see the Inquisitor trying to take my spy out. That's why I hate those damn things. Alright, 2 settlements besieged, found innocent at trial, which is surprising. My spy was found innocent at trial. That stupid Inquisitor. Holy Roman Empire, their cardinal got promoted. Poland is now excommunicated. I am once again the strongest faction.
None of your knights could best me, you know this.
Okay, this is actually a different army. This is not the army that was just in front of Khan. Because he had a bunch of siege units, and this one has none, so... This is actually...
It will be a good day for the crows when we meet, mon ami.
This army is actually not that scary. I was way more nervous.
Begone!
This is it.
You
This
are
is
not
the
my
one.
liege!
So we'll just leave it at it as it there. We'll have our armored swordsmen, not next turn, but the turn after. Let's see.
Your will, sire.
Sire.
6 armored swordsmen in here now. Go ahead and get our spearmen in there.
Combining forces, sire.
4
Sire.
archers. I'm going to try to use my more experienced one.
My lord.
Those chevrons.
Sire.
4
Joining
spears.
forces, my lord.
And that army is now ready.
Yes,
so
sire.
we'll go ahead and start
We
sending
shall
them down
continue
south.
tomorrow, sire.
And then in London, we'll have the trebuchets made. And we'll get them in that army and get them into France.
Hail, my king. With honor, sire. Orders.
Just,
Yes, my lord.
gyro.
Yes, sire. Tomorrow's journey planned out, sire.
Alright, so this is gonna be just an I'm just gonna say it's gonna be an interesting battle. These 3 units, I'm gonna go ahead and use them to basically just block the gate off. Now he's got 2 units that are going for my wall. That's just a town militia, that's a town militia, so neither one of those is really that impressive, honestly. So with that being said, I'm actually just going to go ahead and leave it like this. I'm going to use all 4 spears in front of the gate, because he does have a massive amount of soldiers there, so let's just go ahead and put them on guard mode, fire at will, and let them just have at that. And let's see what we can do here. I'm actually going to swap my archers just to aim center mass on this army. Just so we can try to thin this out as much as possible before our main gate goes down. The easier we can make it for this, for these spear militia, the better, because they're not going to be able to hold out much in a sustained fight against all of this. So. Really, all
our
of
enemy's
those,
ladders have reached our walls. It's time for butcher's work.
all these like mercenary crossbowmen and mercenary spearmen, those units are actually very, very strong, and I'm actually more afraid of them than I am his cavalry, because my spearmen can take care of the cavalry pretty dang well, but
My lord, the enemy siege tower
mercenary
has reached our
crossbowmen
walls.
have stats very
Let courage
similar
and
to my
skill at arms
longbowmen.
lead our way.
They can really hold their own in a fight. And my archers aren't going to be able to fire much longer because they are going to be in a melee fight here against this town militia, which that's not going to last long. I mean, my longbowmen are way stronger than those guys, so. But he is knocking my gate down now. So we'll just keep trying to get as many shots off as possible here.
Blast their eyes! The enemy's ram is through our gates!
I'm going to go ahead and switch my archers to start shooting this town militia on the wall. We're just going to shoot them point blank. And we have a whole ton of stuff coming for us now. So we're going to just try to block them off right here. So his general actually came right in the front of it all, so hopefully my spearmen can kill him fairly early on. The earlier we kill that general, the better. I'm just keeping my general nearby. I will commit him if I have to, but I'm going to avoid it for now, because if I lose my general, this whole battle's just over, because my militia units, their morale is just terrible.
St. George, save us! The enemy have the walls! To our defense, or all will be lost.
And my archers are actually kind of losing right here, and I think the reason for that is I think they kind of glitched out because they seem to be just standing there And now that I right-clicked them on the enemy there, they're actually firing now, so I think something kind of glitchy happened there. Alright, the enemy's general actually pushed right through the whole formation. I'm going to use my general just to pin him between my general and my spearmen, and hopefully... Ah, he's getting away. See, this is going to be really bad because with him over there, I can't do anything to him. You know, he's just kind of standing out there in the open, you know, which is kind of BS because, you know, how am I supposed to target him? Look at him, he's just dancing out there. Yeah, this is bad, guys. You know, my general, I committed to the main fight because I thought I was going to be able to kill his general, and his general's just walking through me right now.
Only intervention by the Almighty or a military genius can bring us victory from this.
I'm actually going to commit my archers to the main blob there. See if we can't salvage this battle. This whole thing right here is really what's pissing me off. You know, the fact that his general was able to just walk through my formation like that, and just, I can't target him over there because the main body of his unit is right here. So even if I right-click him, okay, he's coming back into the fight now, I think, because I just killed so many of his unit. But nope, there he goes, running away again. So what a pain in the ass, man. I might lose my general here because I've had to commit him for so long, but my spear, I barely have any spearmen left, and their morale's terrible.
George, our men have slain the enemy
Finally,
general.
we got his ass.
Without him, his troops will lose their will to fight.
We're gonna, alright, we got a route going there. I'm gonna actually, yeah, there we go. Alright, let's go. Now we push, let's go.
Battle seems to be swinging in our favor. From such tidings does victory emerge.
I'm going to get my general out of there. I'm not going to risk losing him at this point.
The enemy are badly bloodied.
You know, we are winning
they have
now.
lost half their men.
But this battle definitely didn't go the way I wanted it to go. That was really frustrating. You know, typically I like to, I don't know why these guys are stuck fighting me like this. Like, they're fighting to the death, they're not breaking like the rest of the army did. But it's okay, I mean, if I have to keep shooting them to death, I will.
Attack! General's bodyguard!
My lord, the tide of battle seems to have turned against us. We
Look at
must
that.
act and halt this turn of events.
He still has enough soldiers just out in the field that he can still turn the tide of this battle, so we'll just keep shooting them, I guess. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. I really did not fear this army at all. I mean, I've won battles like this a lot easier than this, but I think the whole thing is typically I'm able to kill his general.
Lord have mercy! We've lost half of our men!
Usually I'm able to kill his general earlier on in the fight, and it really threw me off that his actual general, not the general unit, but like his actual character model was able to like remove himself from the rest of the unit and just come over here and dance around and laugh at me. It was really frustrating because he baited he baited me to get my general to attack the main blob, which risked his life, and it was all for nothing. So this is almost over. Have them stop firing because I don't want to take any friendly fire here.
For the moment, the fortune of battle goes our way. Let's pray it remains as such.
Look at just this big field of corpses, man. Like, my god. I think both sides lost a lot here.
Behold how our cowardly
Right.
foe runs.
So we won,
It's time
finally.
to press the attack.
Go ahead and hold fire. He still has a lot of stuff out here in the field. I'm going to try to run down some of it. My general unit. Kind of have to do this manually because their pathing is so bad when it comes to running down routing units. Like, they don't ever want to just get into like the middle of the enemy's formation. They just like to do like little love taps on it and just, I don't know, they like lag behind. But I like to get them like right up in the middle of the formation and then tell them to attack, and they start to do a lot more damage that way. They're having a really hard time taking that one out. They're just so spread out. So we thinned all that out. I just want to clean this unit up and then we'll be good, I think. Hello? Come on, you can do it. Alright. That's enough for me.
The enemy are
Heroic
utterly
victory.
vanquished.
Thank God.
This is a great victory.
I was so nervous about that, man. That was just, none of that was going to plan, guys. So in this instant, this is one of those cases I am gonna just execute every single one of them. I do not want them coming back. Alright. So, 4 Mercenary Spearmen, 2 Almagavers. I think that's how you pronounce that. These guys hurt a lot. Mercenary Spearmen are pretty good. They're definitely better than my Levy Spearmen for sure. Like, they're actual professional spearmen. Unlike my guys. So, but he does only have a ram and a ladder, so that's definitely not going to be good favor.
Muster your courage, men! We march into battle!
My lord, the tide of battle seems to have turned against us. We must act and halt this turn of events.
Now this castle's not as big as the one that we fought in before, so I don't have, you know, multiple layers of walls to defend with in this case, but this is also a much smaller army as well, so it should be pretty easy. I said that about the last battle too, but no, you know, this is definitely going to be a lot easier.
Our enemy's ladders have reached our walls. It's time for butcher's work.
Curious to see how these archers handle these mercenary spearmen, which is kind of why I'm watching this right
My
now.
lord! The enemy are battering down the gates!
My longbowmen didn't seem to be doing very good against that town militia last battle, but I think it's just because they were kind of sitting there doing nothing for a while. And I think that is the case, because right now we are shredding this mercenary spear unit. I mean, we're getting killed a little bit too, but we're definitely killing a lot more of them than they are of us. So.
Blast their eyes! The enemy's ram is through our gates!
Yeah, this unit will be gone soon. And I'm curious to see what happens with his general
George,
unit,
save
because
us.
this is
The
exactly
enemy
what
have the
happened
walls.
the last battle,
To our defense, or
where
all
he just
will be
kind of
lost.
ran in, you know, right into the front line of my spears. And, you know, he just, I don't know, the general unit just kind of ignored my entire line. And, you know, it seems like he is trying to do that again here. You know, he's just trying to run right through my spears and not even, like,
I see,
engage them.
George. Our men have slain the enemy general. Without him, his troops will lose their will to fight.
And in this case, it didn't work out that way. You know, that battle before this was almost like cheating. I don't know, but definitely didn't work out for them this time. So their morale is going to be pretty low now. And that spear unit just got wiped completely out. Let me get those guys set back up. This is kind of risky with them shooting like that. I'm going to have them all cease fire because, you know, they're just going to be putting arrows right into my...
Only half the enemy
Spearman's
force
back.
remains.
And the enemy's starting to rout now, so that's good. And, you know, my spearmen are taking quite a bit of losses, but, you know, their morale is pretty good. And all in all, you know, they're up against a superior force, so I'm actually surprised they're doing as well as they are right now. And we've got their army completely isolated now because a lot of it just
For the
ran
moment,
off
the
right
fortune
there.
of battle
So.
goes our way.
Right.
Let's pray it remains as such.
Just gonna clean this up right here. There they go, running. That Almagaver unit right there is all that he's got left standing, it looks like. So I'm just gonna go ahead and push my not archers, my spearmen out there just to engage them. And hopefully we can get a rout going. I'll go ahead and use my general as well just to finish them off. Now we're starting to take a lot of damage because these guys, even though we've engaged them in melee, they're just throwing their javelins point blank into us at this point, and those javelins hurt. Alright, so we broke them. Go ahead and hit that unit now. I really shouldn't be this aggressive, but I just want to get this battle over with. I'm gonna pull my general out of there. He might die because he keeps putting himself like on the very front. So. Triple speed this. Let me see if I can't get my general out here so I can get like a rear charge or a side charge on this this blob that came back.
Behold
Okay,
how our cowardly foe runs. It's time to press the attack.
My spearmen back in here. Gonna want them chasing. I think these are too far out to chase, so I'll just end the battle here.
The enemy are
And
utterly vanquished.
By God's will, we have triumphed!
Got a coming of age, so we just got another general. That one thing just said relations worsened. I would imagine that was probably France. Seeing as we put down a bunch of their...
As you wish.
Ooh, that's not what I wanted. Okay. I was trying to send those 2 archer units to replace the ones that got hurt in that city. But we ended up getting ambushed.
The troops are assembled. Prepare for battle.
Units, await my orders.
Alright, so... Oh wow. Way away, okay. Just gonna back up then, have him come to me.
The enemy are badly bloodied. They have lost half their men. Our men are winning the battle. If we continue like this, we will behold how our coward... All of Christendom will be...
Sire.
Anyway.
My lord. Orders.
Okay, we got our armored swordsmen now, so that's really good. And now we can get the yeoman archers in this city. That. London, we can get trebuchets going, and let's get that towers.
Your will, sire.
And we'll just stage
Yes,
this
sire.
army at the port for now until we get those trebuchets. So we got another general here. Let's see if there's any cities.
Hail, my king!
A city got attacked. Go ahead and read up there. 5 free upgrades there. Go ahead and get ballista towers there. I'm nervous of getting attacked in like my back line here now that I know Portugal kind of ballsy here.
Orders.
Sire. Without question, sire. Tomorrow's journey planned out, sire.
We have a proposition for you.
Oh, now
We
they want a
advise you to take it.
ceasefire. Oh, okay. You know, after you just lost, you know, 2/3 of your entire army. Okay. Let's get trade rights from them. See if we can't get some money out of them too. Alright, so I'm demanding 1,000 florins, and it says very generous. Let's see if we can't get just a little bit more. 2,000. Still says very generous. They may not do it just because they are very poor, so we'll give it a shot.
Merci.
Oh, happily
If
accept
only
it even.
everyone offered us such proposals.
Yeah, I bet.
Très
Yeah.
bien. We shall speak again.
Yeah, they weren't too happy about getting wiped out like that. Oh, they finally got me. Master Woodsman Guild, yes please. So he finally got my damn spy.
The Inquisition is charged with rooting out heresy wherever it dwells. Such holy work is not for the faint-hearted, for it seems only after sufficient persuasion is applied do the guilty confess their sins.
Brutal. Most advanced faction, that is. Looks like the Crusade failed. Faction announcements, nothing too important. Hostility C. Cardinal promoted. Alright, so got a trebuchet. Number 1.
Combining forces, sire.
And we gotta wait another turn before we get number 2. So how are we looking? Nottingham. Get those guys retrained. Actually, I'm gonna get rid of one levy spearman because I don't see Nottingham really in much of a threat because they're kind of surrounded by a bunch of other cities. What we will do, we'll go ahead and get a ballista tower there just in case. Train those spear units. Build. Now I did make a priest in this city a turn
Name
ago.
the blessing.
There we go. I finally got his ass. We still have an Inquisitor up here.
God's servant.
I do still kind of want to kill that Inquisitor. I do not want him taking out my characters like he has been doing. So, but I'm telling you guys, I have been having the worst luck with assassins playthrough than I have ever seen in my entire life. I don't know what's going on with it. Just keep trying. You know, I've got the money to spare right now, so we'll just keep doing it.
Orders. As you wish, my lord. Orders, my lord.
Let's get rid of one of these. Might be beneficial to get paved roads here just so I can get reinforcements between my castle and my city here. So yeah, we've got our armored swordsmen there. Now that's going to make a huge difference.
Yes. As you wish.
train them. Got more of these stupid little rebel armies popping up all over the place now as well. Alright, Pope is dead, and I don't have a cardinal, so I didn't get the vote on it. So, let's see who became Pope. So of Sicily. So I mean, that's not really bad. It's not good either. You know, we don't have really bad relations with Sicily, but we didn't really have good relations with them either. So we're just kind of in the middle here.
Your orders, sire. Yes, sire.
Get our final trebuchet built. I have a princess now.
Need someone removed, sir. You have a target in mind, my king.
My assassin
Stalking
could
the
not
target.
even take
Big
out
up.
a simple
You are
captain
not my
in a rebel
liege.
army. That is insane. Got two princesses. Kind of cool. I'm actually just gonna save them to marry to other generals. I need
Come
generals
and
more than
get me,
anything right now.
Coward. I will only address you in battle.
Here. Yep, there we go. Suitable husband, so we can just marry off one of our princesses and get another general. So I'm gonna end up
Hail, my
sending
king.
these all into
With
Europe,
honor, sire. We shall continue. Yes,
following my main
Urging
army
armies,
here.
my lord.
So let's go ahead and get him on
We're
ship.
joining the fleet, sire.
Get him
Sire, we are leaving the ships.
onto
My lord.
Europe. And I'm going to attack Angers.
We shall continue
because
tomorrow, sire.
This is a castle. It is a much more, easily fortified town, and that will prevent them from launching attacks against this city, which the city was very hard to defend. So if we can stop them from doing that, then we can just focus, pushing east here.
orders.
Fleet ready, sire.
My fleet back up here, and
Hail,
next
my
turn
king.
I'll start sending my
Making camp
generals
here,
across.
noble sire.
Alright, now here in London, we'll just go ahead and that barracks. Oh, they're not really in much of a threat. Let's go ahead and get some of these trade buildings done. I should have had more money by now, I feel like, but let's see what happens. So we can actually get Sherwood Archers now, but I typically don't use them. They are very good units, but there's only 60 in a unit, so they're very, very specialized. They have very high stats, so 9 defense, 17 melee attack, which is insane, and even missile attack, which is 13 with the effective against armor. So they do a ton of damage, but because they have half of the unit size of like a normal unit, they're just very, very specialized. I like to run either these yeomans, or you'll see we'll get even better archers here soon. Like once I build this and we get the retinue longbowmen, these are the best bowmen in the entire game in my opinion. 14 defense, 11 attack, 8 missile attack with effective against armor, and it's a full 120 man unit. Like those guys are godlike. And we'll try to get some more trade buildings in this town as well. Just keep getting more and more money. It'll do this turn.
Your Majesty. Without question, sire. Yes, sire. I cannot do that, sire. Tomorrow's journey planned out, sire.
I'm gonna start replacing some of my longbowmen with the archers. Pay for it. Well,
My lord.
now I was gonna go for Angers, but I'm actually see. It looks like France is actually gonna try to take that city. I was gonna see if I can't. Let's see here.
Your will, sire.
I could
Sire.
actually.
Splitting forces, sire.
So I went ahead and sent my main army ahead of my
We'll make camp
artillery
here, sire.
just so I could attack this rebel town. I kind of want to get my hands on that before France does. Because I don't want to have to declare war on them just yet. I want that town first, and then hopefully I can attack them later on.
Hail, my king.
And then we'll go ahead and get
troops
these
ashore, sire.
generals here.
Hail, my...
Aye, sire.
And rather than staging
sir.
out of
Full
Nottingham here, we're going to be able to stage from Caen over here. That way I'm not having to travel halfway, you know, across the map to get an army over here. I can just start cranking them out right here in northern France.
Come and get me, you coward.
Whoa, I have a ton of princesses.
Who do
What?
you want dead?
I don't think I've ever seen that many princesses before.
Name thy king.
Alright, now, that didn't really change anything, you know,
Need
doing
someone
that
removed,
assassination on him. I'm not actually targeting a character,
only
I'm just
address
killing,
you
like, a
in
single
battle.
soldier in one of those units. But I'm just doing that because I'm trying to get him some experience,
Fleet ready, sire.
so that I,
Set sail.
you know, have a higher chance of killing this stupid, wherever he is, that Inquisitor. Oh, France is doing their thing again.
Sire, we've walked right into their ambush. The day is ours, sire.
Just happened. It said I walked right into their ambush, and then it said the day is ours, so it's acting as if I just did a battle or something. I don't know.
By your command. Joining forces, my lord.
Relations worse, France terrible, so something happened with France. I'm not sure what. Complete. Failed. I don't. That way, oh yeah, Blockade port. That wasn't happening. Poland is the richest faction. Yeoman.
Your will, sire. To war, then, sire.
So we're gonna go ahead and attack that town, take that. And it being a city rather than a castle is gonna, you know, generate some more income for us. So this will be good to have. Got some pikemen, some spearmen, crossbowmen, and mailed knights. I'm gonna go ahead and do a knight attack because it actually gives my general a higher command level, and that typically
I shall
will
lead our forces
give
into
your
battle, my
soldiers
lord.
better morale.
We have come here to fight, but we will only have victory if orders are obeyed. Aye, to the letter. There will be discipline and order in the ranks, I tell you. And if there is not, my horsewhip will be used with a liberal hand. These rebellious knaves and villains are not fit to breathe the same air as we honest Englishmen. They must all die before dawn comes again. This is a mercy, because they richly deserve the gallows for turning against their betters.
Alright, that's enough of this speech. You know, this is part 2 of this series, and I haven't actually sat through one of those speeches yet, so I figured now would be a good time. So, let me get them firing just regular ammo, not the rocks or anything crazy. So this is going to be nice having artillery. Now I don't have to, you know, take so many unnecessary losses from towers and stuff like that. So go ahead and just get that gate down.
The gates are down!
That was quick. And I'll go ahead and hit the towers next, so I'm not getting shot by them a bunch. Go ahead and triple speed this. Mailed Knights are getting hit by collateral. Towers are gone. I've still got a little bit of ammo left. I'm gonna go ahead and just start putting some holes in the walls, just so I'm not funneled through one hole here. I can kind of spread out, have more options to maneuver.
My lord, we've breached our enemy's walls.
Not sure what his cavalry's doing there. But if he starts coming towards me with that cav, I'm going to try to shoot him with my archers. I'm actually going to go ahead and move my archers to the front. If I can get some free kills on his cav, I'll take it. General, or just in case. Wasting my ammo at this point. I don't really need anything other than sections of walls, so I'm just having them shoot just to shoot at this point.
We're through the enemy's walls, into the breach, and on to victory.
I'll shoot that tower just for the heck of it. Alright, so my archers are firing at that mailed knight unit that kind of came outside the wall there. try to, you know, get some use out of my archers here, and he's got a couple infantry units over here. I think I can thin out a little bit. I'm kind of methodical when I do these siege battles. You know, I know it's just a game, but I don't know. It's just I actually think about like the human aspect of these battles, and I hate taking unnecessary losses. You know, I actually like take like human life into consideration here, and you know, if I can do this battle without taking, you know, too many casualties, that's, you know, better in my opinion. So, you know, obviously I could just plow this
Through
whole
the enemy's walls, into the
enemy
breach,
army
and onto
down
victory.
if I wanted to, but you know, in my mind there's a little bit more to it than that. This guy's up a little bit. Get ready to hit his infantry. Still not in range. Pikemen are potentially an issue. I would love just to be able to overwhelm this entire army with my cavalry, because I have very strong cavalry numbers, but this pikeman would probably eat my cavalry pretty bad. So would these spearmen. I'm gonna end up having to use my armored swordsmen for this fight, which I didn't want to have to do because I'm trying to save them for my fight with France. Triple speed it. Alright, I think done enough there. I'm just gonna do single units at a time now. We'll start taking shots at some of these loose units that he's just got out in the open here. Not getting very good shots on him, so I'm just kind of maneuvering around a little bit. There we go, just wipe that unit out. Just try to get a better shot there.
Crush them!
There we go. We want them shooting in a straight line, not up and over like that. Okay. Hold your fire. Alright, so it looks like he's retreating towards his town center, so that's what we want. Let's go ahead and get set up to put an end to this fight. I'm going to just use my archers as like a backup in case I start getting pushed, but my swordsmen are going to actually be my main defender here. My main assaulter, I should say. Inside the walls. I'm just setting them up right outside the area that they'll use to get on the walls themselves.
Our soldiers have proved their worth today. The enemy's walls belong to us now.
Gotta move quick here too, because this cavalry could charge me while I'm down here like this. I need to get up on the wall where I'm safe as soon as I can. Alright, he's got crossbowmen coming for me. Now's a good time to start moving my infantry inside. What's this unit doing back here? What the heck? Okay. We're gonna have to move our trebuchets, I guess, because our swordsman is like completely balled up on them for some reason. Let's go, guys. Alright, so go ahead and get all these swordsmen in here.
Crush them! Crush them!
Alright, so our armored swordsmen made contact with this crossbow unit, so we did take one point-blank hit from them, which, you know, killed several of our soldiers, but not too bad.
The battle is very much in our favor. If we remain true and steadfast, victory will be ours.
So now I'm just going to be working on just surrounding that town center now. Go ahead and get this unit back around the side as well. That unit is still shooting us from point-blank range. What the heck? Yeah, every time they do that, they're just chunking me right now. Look at that. There they go again. Yeah, crossbows do a lot of damage, and they also have that, you know, effective against armor stat, so they are very good against my armored swordsmen. I'm actually gonna flank them, I think, because I've got to put a stop to that as soon as I can. That's doing way too much damage. This unit, let's go ahead and keep him running around the side. So hopefully hitting them from the side like this will break them, I'm not sure. Yeah, that's insane, dude. The fact that they are, like, almost winning against my armored swordsmen. They just keep shooting me at point-blank range like that. It's just stupid.
Heavy infantry!
Go ahead and keep pushing. Keep my general here just for morale. Keep these guys running around the enemy. Probably looking pretty good. Yeah, we don't want to be attacking. Yeah, there we go. We didn't want to be really attacking their like formation. We needed to get them to drop it so that we're just, you know, swords against swords, because we're not able to do damage to them if, you know, we're being pushed back by their really long pikes.
Our men are winning the battle. If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
And my spearmen here, I'll just get them in here to be cheerleaders. Alright, so we got a flank going on this side. These guys kind of taking their sweet time a little bit. Not sure why they took the long way around here. Yeah, they're trying to do the same thing.
Only half the enemy force remains.
Let's go. Damn crossbow. I swear to God. Sitting in the center, they're shooting.
Heavy infantry!
I think this unit is what his crossbowmen are firing at, so I'm actually going to leave them in position just to keep the enemy's attention. I really wish they would kill this pikeman unit a little bit faster than they are, but I guess it's okay. This heavy infantry unit that I've got selected here, I'm gonna try to engage this armored sergeant unit with that one, but I'm gonna try to bypass them. If I can, no, I'm not going to be able to do because they're just walking right through everything. I was going to try to get him into this open area here and then hit this crossbowman, but it looks like I'm going to have to kill that unit in order to do it. Now, he's done a good job of protecting his crossbowmen, I'll give him that. He's leaving them, you know, able to continue firing at me, and I'm completely blocked out of his town center, temporarily anyway. This unit here is not going to last much longer. This one's kind of holding out longer than I thought it would. Finish it. Almost there. 2 left. One left. Come on, finish it. Alright, so he's finished. Let's go ahead and hit that mailed knight with 1 unit. Go ahead and hit that crossbowman. Alright. Oh wow, we actually killed all of his surrounding forces at the same time. Awesome. Let's do this. I'm actually going to get my general in here too, just to finish this a little bit faster. Even though these armored swordsmen don't get a bonus against cavalry like the spearmen do, just because their stats are so high everywhere else, they do tend to do pretty good.
By St. George! Lost! Our men no longer command the city.
Oh yeah, his general's really all that's left. So we can get them surrounded. End of this. Triple speed it.
Tidings.
There
The
we
enemy
go.
general lies dead. We've sent the base cur to hell. All of Christendom will be awed by the victory we have won here today.
Took just a few more losses than I really wanted to, but, you know, generally speaking, we did pretty good. I mean, 115 lost, 732 killed.
Victory! Nothing can stop us, sire! Victory!
Let's go ahead and
These
occupy
people
it.
now kneel before us, my lord.
Now, these people are extremely unhappy here, and I can 100% see why, because the population has been sitting here, you know, rising and rising, and they have built no buildings whatsoever. So I did not want to get bogged down. I don't want
Hail,
that
my
army.
king.
basically stuck there like
Sire.
that.
Sire.
So I'm actually going to send an army to, or at least I'm going to try to. Hopefully France doesn't intervene.
Hail, my king!
That'll kind of piss me off, but
We shall
I'm going to try to
continue
send
tomorrow,
him
my liege.
to that city
Hail,
to
my king!
basically take over the defense of it. You go ahead and get some dirt. No, I'm not going to do dirt roads. And the reason I'm not going to do dirt roads is because while it does help me, you know, move units back and forth, it also helps the enemy, you know, move within my territory as well. So I think I'm going to just do the church for now. Screw it, I'll do the church next. And I'm not going to focus on growth here yet, because, you know, they just need a lot of other stuff right now, so... Get the town watch. I think that's how we'll do this town here. Won't worry about town militia just yet. And then here, we obviously need to replace everything that we just sent out. Alright. But, you know, we were able to take a city and not have to officially declare war on anyone, so, I mean, that's kind of a good situation.
You have a target.
And we just got another successful assassination mission. And we just, so his skill just went up, which is good. And he just got a retinue added to his stats, so
Need someone
he's gonna
removed,
become, you know, more and more effective here. So this is the retinue that he just got, so +1 to agent skill. So slowly, you know, we'll get him to a point where we can actually start taking out other characters. Just gonna do a quick once over on all my cities. Everybody's doing good. Everybody is good. So let's just check on our diplomat
Yes,
over
my
here.
lord.
Keep him moving.
Without question, sire.
We're good to go. It's kind of a risky move. Blockade Port Antwerp, not gonna do that right now. Or Holy Roman Empire. Really? I just moved in. Cardinal promoted. Poland. Castle ready to trade. Good. So, Holy Roman Empire just declared war on
Hail,
me.
my king!
That does kind of suck.
Hail, my
And
king!
I've got so many enemy armies. Well, not necessarily enemies. I'm not at war with these factions. Oh, no! France did declare war on me. Okay.
Orders.
See if I can just get that army out of the way.
To battle it is, then,
Yeah, I
sire.
could, okay.
Hail, my king! Yes, my liege. Your will, sire.
I'm actually going to have to sit there for one more turn.
As you wish.
Because this
Hail, my
Danish
king.
army is blocking me. I can't get this army
Hail,
into
my
that town
king.
yet. But that's okay. You know, it'll give us some time to get some buildings in here. And give that city a little bit of TLC so we can start actually making some gains there.
Who do you want dead?
Yeah, see, our
Name
success
thy
rate literally
target,
doubled
sire.
after that. And we'll just keep doing it more and more until we get his experience up. See how
Need
he's
someone
looking now.
removed, sir.
Yep, we just got one more subterfuge level. I think Dublin is pretty much safe at this point. You know, if I have to recruit some units there in an emergency, I can. But I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the longbowmen I had in there. They're just costing unnecessary money at this point. Once I take Angers, you know, I can reduce the garrison in this town as well. Right now, you know, our military expenditure, generally speaking, is not too bad. I can still reduce it in some areas, but...
Come and get me, you coward. Begone. You are not my liege.
So, you know, France did declare war on us. I didn't notice that. They never actually attacked us, but they, I
Bonjour.
guess...
Please hear me
Really?
out, Seigneur.
You just declared war on me and you already want ceasefire. Just try to get more money out of them, I guess. Just want to keep doing it. I'm taking it. Let's see. Generous offer, if they'll
Very
do it.
well. I accept, Seigneur. Très bien, Seigneur. I hope I shall see you again.
Yeah, I'm kind of nervous about the Holy Roman Empire. They are pretty strong.
Sire,
Egypt,
Approach-
There is something
map,
you wish to speak of?
trade rights with them, get some money out of them.
Very well. Very well. Ma'asalama.
yes, sire. Tomorrow's journey planned out, sire.
Trade, obviously, very important.
Hail my king! Hail my king!
So now we can move this army
Sire.
out.
Hail my king!
Put this army in there.
Yes, my liege.
Looks like our happiness went up a bit, so that's good. Start getting some tax revenue.
Who do you want dead?
That was a very expensive building. It just wiped my treasury out. But that's gonna give us the best archers in the new.
Hail my king! With honor, sire.
A new threat. News has spread from merchants of the Far East who speak in great fear of a fierce warlord from Mongolia named Genghis Khan, who has amassed an unstoppable horde of cavalry. These Mongols are reportedly sweeping across Transoxania at a frightening rate and look set on continuing westward either north or south of the Caspian Sea. Right.
Hail my king!
So,
Yes, my liege.
you know, once the Mongols arrive, usually that's what I would consider officially mid-game. They're not here quite yet, you know, they're just telling us that they're coming. But, you know, that is kind of what I consider mid-game in Medieval 2. And then, usually once you start getting gunpowder, that's what I would consider late game. So, see what we... Get the Merchant's Wharf. I am hurting for money again. just
Hail
'cause
my king!
this big army here is kind of costing me a lot of money to upkeep. But it is kind of paying off. You know, we got one city with it so far, which already has kind of paid for itself. And once we take Angers, it's definitely going to pay off.
Hail my king!
I'm going to go ahead and get the town guard built there so we can get some spear militia. Cardinal dies in Venice. Large town ready to upgrade. Finally, Dublin is ready to upgrade. Thank goodness. Alright. Let's Let's see.
Hail my king!
Can't do anything there just yet.
Hail my king!
I'm going to take this army out of Caen, put my
Hail my
main army
king.
in it. We are going to go ahead and retrain. Let's see here.
Orders, my lord. Sire.
Just going to retrain that unit.
Orders.
Hoping it wouldn't wipe the whole unit out. So we'll just go ahead and retrain what we can. We'll move out next turn, and Angers is my next target.
Need someone removed, sir.
I will only address you in battle.
This Admiralty is actually pretty pricey for what it gives me, and I kind of need income pretty quickly, so I went ahead and removed it from the queue. I'm going to go ahead and get this mining network, because the mining network is guaranteed income. So. And I'm going to test something out here. I'm going to get a merchant, and I'm going to try to hit up that silver mine, because I think that silver mine might be actually worth having a merchant. And the Holy Roman Empire, they keep sending a diplomat to that city, which usually indicates to me that they're going to besiege it at some point. Suitable prince, yes please.
Hail my king!
Alright, this army can
Hail
move
my
out.
king.
We're gonna take Angers. Attack a neutral faction, hell yeah.
As you will. Laying siege, noble sire.
This is gonna be a huge win for us. If we can take this city, it's gonna change this whole game for us, so. And that is the faction leader in there as well, so, you know, he's kind of dangerous himself. And let's see. Yeah, if I do a night attack, his command actually goes up as well. But it doesn't really matter that much because he's defending a town, so his units kind of have unlimited morale anyway.
Glory to your name, sire!
You know, I can
We
kind of
attack!
use all I can get myself. Alright, so he has a bigger city. So this will be a little bit of a challenge, but not too much. I mean, we vastly outnumber him in this particular case, so... You know, we just gotta kind of take our time with it, try to be methodical here. We gotta make sure that we are utilizing our artillery, you know, very efficiently, because if we cannot destroy enough of his walls to penetrate all the way to his town center, we automatically lose the battle. Because obviously we can't continue the fight if we can't get into the city, so I've got to have enough ammo to break down this wall as well as the inner wall. It's okay. I knew I was missing something. It's my spearmen. So let's put them there. Alright, so we are ready to begin. And right off the bat, I'm just going to focus the section of wall here first. That way I can at least get inside of this. I have a feeling once I destroy this outer wall, he might kind of turtle. Oh, he's already kind of turtling the center there, so... No, that's fine with me. Go ahead and move. I'm just going to get my swordsman just kind of walking in that direction. Get him up as well.
the enemy's walls, into the breach, and on to victory.
Alright, so, as my units are kind of getting into the city here a bit, oh, you know what? I didn't even notice he had a artillery piece just kind of floating out here. I thought everything was in the center. I'm actually going to run my general over here to cut him off. I want to destroy him before he can make it in there. I have to be careful, though, because he could send his general
The Lord
out
is
at
with
me.
us today. We've captured the enemy's walls.
I don't know. That's probably a bad idea. I don't think I'll make it in time, so I'll actually just pull back. You know, we will get him eventually. But right now I just need to focus on getting a hole here in the enemy's walls. And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to try to set up here. This is kind of risky, though. Because obviously the enemy could activate these towers at any time. And his towers could destroy my trebuchets. So I've got to be careful there. But my overall goal here is I want to be able to use those trebuchets to put a hole in the wall right here. Once there's a hole there, I would like to get my archers up on these walls, that way they can shoot in a straight line at his town center. I could even put like a unit right here to shoot into his town center, and any units that I do end up putting here can actually travel through this hole here and come out on the other side, and I can even get archers up on these walls to shoot into the center. So kind of trying to pull something a little sneaky here. I don't know if the enemy will let me do it, but you know, whatever he decides to do, we'll just keep trying to counteract it. We'll try to be as adaptive as we can with this situation here. Now, this is one of the biggest battles, in my opinion, that you'll probably see in this game, because this is France's main castle. They usually don't have a castle this large throughout the rest of the campaign. I mean, I feel like we would have destroyed them entirely before they get another castle up that's this size. But once we get like really, really late game into like gunpowder territory, we'll probably see some other factions that have bigger cities than this, but I don't think we'll see France with a city this large in the future. Now these trebuchets do have quite a bit of ammo. I might try to play this safe and just take his towers out now before they become too much of a problem. Let's see, yeah, he is moving his soldiers into this direction, so let's go ahead and at least get one of them firing. And now we can get the other one firing. Let's see if we can get these towers down. Okay, good. Doing decent damage to them. Dismounted Feudal Knight, dismounted Feudal Knight, so he's not putting any archers up on the wall, so that's good. Alright, so that one doesn't appear to actually be firing. So I guess I'm not in range of it. Like, these armored swordsmen aren't in range of that tower, so I feel kind of safe. I feel kind of safe moving up here. Hopefully I don't regret this. But the wall that... Oh, nope, they're firing. They just now, I think, started firing because I haven't taken any damage yet. Just get these guys into position. That's probably close enough. Let's go ahead and hit that wall now. If I take that wall out, that unit should get off of there. We actually just killed a bunch of them because we got a direct hit with one of the rocks. Okay, now he does have archers up there. Mercenary crossbowmen, those are gonna hurt. Let's try to keep getting this wall taken down. That is fire. Down, just killed a bunch of his dismounted feudal knights. Still wasn't enough to get him to get off of it though, so we'll have to go the whole way. My dismounted, or dismounted feudal knight, my armored swordsmen, they're getting hit by that tower, so I'm just going to try to get them out of range of that. These guys I'm just leaving there as a placeholder because I don't know if those archers can hit my trebuchets from there. I'd rather them be shooting at my armored swords than my trebuchets right now, because I had to kind of get my trebuchets kind of deep in here to be able to hit this section of wall, so... And they're really not losing too many either, so it's not really that big of a deal. I mean, we're killing more of them on the wall than they are of us, so... Alright. This wall is almost gone. One more volley should do it. Go ahead and get these guys set up to get in there. Alright, there we go.
Enemy's walls, into the breach, and onto victory.
Alright, now just to keep them, you know, doing something, I'll go ahead and target the tower now, but we're going to go ahead and get our swordsmen into the breach and start fighting. So, let's see. I kind of expected him to run everything back once I breached the wall, but he's only sending a few things back, and he's actually kind of holding his ground right now, so... Let's go ahead and get everything in there that we can. We'll keep hitting that tower because I don't know how long that thing will be operational for. We can only kill these enemies so fast. So let's go ahead and get that peasant unit. My general's bodyguard up here. Give him his moral support. Our archers up there, get them ready to get up on the wall here.
The battle is very much in our favor. If we remain true and steadfast, victory will be ours.
was really hoping to have that tower down by now. And these peasants are holding us off pretty well as well. It's kind of annoying. Alright, tower's down. I might try to sneak one of these units up into there. You know, I think I've pushed the enemy back enough now where I might be able to get a unit into that gap. The enemy is definitely trying to stop me from doing that. Looks like we're going to be able to sneak in there though, so that's good. Just keep focusing that feudal knight there. There we go. Alright, we made it up on the wall. Go ahead and kill these things now. Alright, now that his crossbowman has stopped shooting us, we can move our archers in place. Let's go ahead and get them up on this section of wall. Speed this, nothing to direct. The only thing I am worried about is if those mercenary crossbowmen start shooting again from like point blank range.
If we remain true and steadfast, victory will be ours.
That would be a pretty bad scenario, honestly. Alright, so let's go ahead and get our archers up here. Actually, no, leave him down there. I need this one here. This one right here. Let's get them into position. These archers I left down here on purpose because it wouldn't make any sense to have 4 units on the wall. And from here we can still shoot some of his other units because I see his general's bodyguard just kind of poking through here. And he's even got an armored sergeant right there as well, which I don't even think I'm going to waste arrows on him. Maybe I'll try one volley. But realistically, these guys on the wall shooting down at them are going to be a lot more effective. Man, this unit on the wall is seriously taking a lot of damage. What the heck is going on there? Like, they're flat out losing that fight. Huh. Alright. Fire there. Go ahead and start shooting that feudal knight there. I need to get them out of the way because these guys need help up there. So we broke his peasant unit. If we can just get this dismounted feudal knight unit to break, that'd be great. We still have these 3 units of heavy infantry here. I just don't want to push too much into this area. I mean, I could have gone around here and flanked them, but I don't actually want to provoke this general from moving out of the center. I kind of want to try to keep him as passive as possible, because I want to be able to turn this city square here into just a kill field, basically. Huh, these guys decided to stop firing for some reason. I think I thinned them out enough. I don't want to take friendly fire. Okay, there we go. Yeah, they broke. Alright, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to actually put all 3 of those units up on that wall. These guys seriously need some help here. I've got my spearmen coming in to be just a placeholder. I'm afraid that that general's bodyguard is going to move in here on me. And I really don't want that because I am about to put my archers right there to shoot everything that's on that wall. Where are my spearmen? Wait, they're all the way back here. I'll wait for them. But I'm going to keep my general, you know, relatively close by. Actually, I'll bring one swordsman over here. I've got to get my archers in range of everything on this wall very quickly, or I am going to take a lot of casualties here. So I'm going to start moving some of this heavy infantry in place. Just in case this plan doesn't work out, I don't want to get hit by that general at all right now. Alright, so let's go ahead and get that yeoman firing at whatever, everything that's on that wall. See if I can just kind of put them right here, maybe. Not too close to his general. This unit can actually probably hit them from here.
The battle is very much in our favor. If we remain true and steadfast, victory will be ours.
Alright, broke his crossbowman up there on the wall. And yeah, his general did kind of turtle there in the center. That's exactly what I wanted. I know we kind of took a lot of casualties up to this point, you know, getting here, but this is where things are going to kind of turn around, and my archers are going to be just doing all the work here. Alright, they broke. So we're going to go ahead and actually just put them right there for now. Get these guys down. Oh, that was not good. Okay, so he's got his ballistas up, firing at me now. Oh my goodness. Okay, I don't know why they're doing that, honestly. I don't know why they're running into the town center when I literally told them to come back here. But whatever, I guess we'll just deal with it. Damn, I am not... Stop doing that. Okay. I'm gonna have to just pull back everything here, because that's just insane. The amount of damage that they're doing to me with that stupid-ass ballista, so... yeah. We're just going to get our archers up on the walls here. This is so insane. Why are they going into his town center? Well, these archers are almost in place. We'll go ahead and get them on fire at will. Let's see what we can do here. I don't know if they'll even make it in there. I know they're going to take some kind of stupid pathing, but let's just try to do this. Actually, I know a better way of doing this. Let's just take them, get them in there. Same thing here. Go ahead and put them right there. Yeah, I'm at a loss for words. I don't know why they are hell-bent on using this entryway to get onto this section of wall when I've literally been using this one back here the entire time. But, I mean, at this point, if I end up losing that whole unit because they want to keep doing it, I don't know. It is what it is, I guess. I don't get it. Now my heavy infantry want to block my archers from getting into place. Alright, now's a good time to just start shooting everything. Alright, so his general's actually just leaving. Not sure what's going on there. But I am definitely worried about that, so let's go ahead and start getting... Whoa, I just had a unit break. What is going on around here?
The battle is very much in our favor. If we remain true and steadfast, victory will be ours.
Yeah, I think I've had enough of this, guys. I have had enough. I don't know what is going on with this
Only
battle,
half the
with
enemy
the
force
pathing.
remains.
But honestly, guys, this is why I saved the game, because the pathing has been really weird. My units are getting hung up on each other here. I just am really confused at what is just going on here. And the enemy's, like, not even doing anything. I mean, they've literally just been sitting in the center there. And, my own army is just, like, sabotaging itself. And I know I'm getting hit by this stupid ballista right now, but I really want to make sure I can get this general dead.
King lies dead, slain by our gallant warriors. Attack while his men mourn their loss.
Alright, so hopefully now with their morale gone, we can slow down our losses here a bit. Mercenary Spearmen. Dogpile them now. Just put an end to this. Even with all the stuff that has kind of gone wrong in this battle, I mean, some of these units, definitely took a lot of casualties because some of them, broke and routed and were just taking a bunch of stupid damage that they shouldn't have. But honestly, all in all, I really haven't taken that many losses. But I was kind of frustrated just because of the pathing. You know, the pathing in this game, man, it can seriously turn a whole battle on you sometimes. Alright, I'm gonna get my archers to stop firing now, because we're just gonna take friendly fire. I definitely could have done better this fight.
By St. George, our men have taken control of the castle.
There was just some weird stuff going on that I really can't explain. Don't know if anybody can explain. I've definitely seen it before. I've seen it happen in this game before. And you'll probably see it some more, you know, by the time this campaign is over, but, you know, it's to be expected. Some dogpile them, let's go, let's end it.
All of Christendom will be awed by the victory we have won here today.
Alright, yeah, we didn't actually do too bad. I mean, we heavily outnumbered them, you know, 3-1. But, you know, we killed, you know, 2 of them for every one of us, despite everything that happened, so not too shabby. And realistically speaking, this is going to be, this is going to be a pretty big victory here. You know, this is really going to kind of change our
victory.
Standing
God
in
be
general.
praised. He has granted us victory.
So real quick, this settlement is actually built up a little bit, and we are hurting for money, so in this particular instance, it would actually benefit us to just go ahead and loot this. It is going to lower the population a bit, but we are going to get a lot of money from it. And I don't really need to rely on this city necessarily for units, because we've got Khan right there, which
Hail my king.
you know, can take care of that for us. So let's get in here. Let's go ahead and repair the walls that we damaged when we took the city. We'll go ahead and build the barracks so we can retrain some of our armored swordsmen. So yeah, I'm really happy we were able to get this city, because that's going to take a ton of pressure off of this one. And now we can get rid of all these longbowmen. You know, we don't need them anymore, because they can't get to it from here, because there's a river here that they can't cross. They have to go through this bridge, and in order to go over this bridge, they meet my castle. So let's see here. Papal State's very poor. Yeah, they're mad at me because I whooped France's ass. Here's celebration. Cardinal report. Okay. So yeah, not too bad of a battle. Definitely a turning point for the campaign, for sure. We're just in a very good position now because of that.
My king.
This general here, I'm going to go ahead and put him in the city, but he is going to end up coming over here to Angers to garrison it, while this army moved out to, you know, bring France even more of a fight. Let's see what else we got.
Who do you want dead?
Do our full assassination of the turn. And let's just take a look at everything. Let's go ahead. Get a great market.
Talk is
Portugal
cheap.
sending
Come
another
praise
army
me.
here, but that one is a lot smaller than what they brought us last time. Oh, what is going on here? What? Plague? Yeah, what's up with that? He must have brought it. I wonder if that army brought the plague to my city. So anytime you get a plague in your settlement, your population growth goes significantly down. So yeah, 5.5% down is really, really bad. I mean, that's going to take us a while to recover from, so that is kind of stupid. Let me see if I can just auto-resolve this and get this army.
By
Yeah,
your
well, he
will,
ran
sire,
anyway,
we
but
shall engage.
he's off my land at
Glory,
least.
honor, victory!
Okay. My diplomat's gone. So I guess he either died or got assassinated or something. Either way, he's gone. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and end my turn. And another suitable prince, so that's good. Mongols invade.
It is easy to become comfortable with the enemy you know, our familiar foes. But to discount the menaces that lurk beyond the known world is to risk a rude awakening that can become a nightmare. This nightmare is the Mongol invasion.
Alright, so we've got the Mongol invasion coming now. You know, we probably won't have to deal with that for a long time. We might eventually. Let me see what else. Death stalks the land. So yeah, we've got plague going on there. That sucks. Maybe after that mine is done building. Might have to build like more farms or something to get that population back up, because it's killing like 300 civilians a turn. But anyway, here's celebration. Alright guys, so I'm actually going to wrap the video up here. You know, I know we didn't really do much in terms of how many cities we took. You know, we only expanded by 2 cities. But we did a lot of like personal expansion. You know, we got our settlement levels like really high. We have more solidified our mid-game units, and we're even working towards our late-game units now. And you know, the Mongols have invaded officially, which I feel like it's a little bit early for that. I thought it was like turn 80 something, but Mongol invasion's officially here, so we may deal with that next episode. But yeah, so you know, we took this city, we took Angers. This one was a really big win in my opinion. I know I keep saying it, but not having to worry about the French attacking this city is going to be huge, because you know, we got tied up this episode dealing with, you know, multiple French invasions on these settlements, and you know, now we are on the offensive. You know, we're not constantly having to defend against, you know, massive enemy armies. You know, we are the superpower now, and you know, we're actually bringing the fight to the enemy. So you know, I did this second part to this series just because I truly do enjoy this game. I wanted to wait and see how the first part did before I did this part, but because I truly do enjoy playing this game, I went ahead and did this. And I'll probably do another one. You know, I'm not really concerned with, you know, how many views it gets or how many likes it gets, but I do like sharing this content with you guys, because these games, you know, the Total War series in general, even the Warhammer titles have played a very big part in my life. You know, I do play the heck out of these, along with, you know, a lot of the other big titles out there. But I would love to be able to bring more Total War content to you guys. And in order to do that, you know, liking, commenting, sharing, subscribing to the channel, that will help me bring you guys more of this content. So I would really appreciate that. But I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up here, guys. You know, next episode, it'll be a little bit more fast-paced than this one, because we already have our main army built, and we can just keep retraining our units and keep pushing more into enemy territory. So you know, if you like this, you know, catch me again for the next part, and we'll go ahead and continue this campaign and just keep having a blast here. So until next time, guys, I will catch you later.